You got it!
Veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to put the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be part of this mission in saving lives, making a difference. Welcome to Playtime. We got your six. Now here's your host, Shad Turner of Veterans Unite Podcast and the People's Patriot Project. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Hey, it's Andrea Eichmann here. It's not Shad Turner. He is not with us at the moment. So I get to do this fabulous intro. I'd like to welcome you to the People's Patriot Project. We've got your 6 at 6. It is November 28th. I did have to check. You know, teachers after a few days off, they don't know what day it is. So we're here tonight. We're going to bring you a couple awesome guests. We've got James Havis, who is here with Military to Marketer. He's a veteranpreneur who can help the veteran create, launch, and scale their online business in 90 days. I can't wait to hear about this. And then we've got singer-songwriter John Teague of Teague Brothers Band, and I can't wait to hear some music from that. We'd like to jump into our show, but as you know, each week we start out with taking off your hat, standing up if you can, and joining us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to
the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh my gosh, sorry about that. So with my duties includes not being muted. I apologize. Well, welcome guests. Welcome, Scotty. I saw you sneaking in there. I hope things are going well down in Kansas. Hey, we're supposed to be at like 58 degrees this week. How warm will you be?
About that, right around 60.
Yeah, I don't know where that went like 3 or 4 weeks ago, but we're back. We're back for a little bit. Awesome. We have got Mark Peterson, our founder and president of the People's Patriot Project, along with our guests here tonight. Looking for an awesome show. Welcome, Tammy, Derek. Thank you for being here every week. Welcome, Brian. Hoping things are moving down there for you, buddy. And what do we got tonight, Peterson?
What do we got tonight? Well, like you had in the intro, we've got Mr. Havis here, who's going to tell all our veterans and first responders, and I know he focuses on veterans. We do both the veteran and first responder, only in the fact that we feel that there's a lot of crossover up to 76% of our members that serve as first responders have served in the military at one point or another, and so we group them all together. It comes down to it. Still less than 6% of our entire United States of America society community organization actually signs that dotted line and does something a little bit above what the rest of us all do. That's not an attack. It's just a piece of the mathematics and maybe a little bit of a reflection of where we are and what we're doing as far as a society right now. We can talk about that another time. But then we got Mr. Teague here, who's missing his band, but he said he would come on and showcase his materials for us, and we're just excited to add another amazing musician from the ranks of veterans and first responders into our world and into our network. It's been an awesome. I had a moment. It wasn't even a moment. It was a whole day. I'm sitting there, Thanksgiving Day, and my phone is going off all day long. I think we hit that at the same time.
Again, you got it. You got it.
And it's the day of thanks, right? And I get not everyone on the world is thankful for the Europeans coming over to America and running up and down the coast and great expansionism. And I totally get it. I totally get it. I'm past that. I don't know if I get to be past that, but maybe the world will keep reminding me that some people have had some injustice in the world, and I get it, and my heart goes out to you for that too. But to get to the point, our network's amazing. I just being able to just reach out left and right, and knowing that everyone in our network has a name. Everyone in our network is part of the mission. Everyone in our network has adhered to the commitment of making life better for others. And we get to be rough and tough and bourbon drinking dudes and dudettes whenever we want to. But then in the end, we get to come together and we get to help people. And that's I had several moments throughout the day knowing what the People's Patriot Project is doing to help others is right. And we get to celebrate. And I just think about all the people we've got to, me and Andrea and Scotty's even been able to come on some trips with us to go meet organizations across the country and also join them together with our musicians. And I don't take ownership of the musicians. It's in our network. John, help me with that. Are you offended if I say our musician?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
No.
So you're a musician now, just so you know.
Yeah, we put out a lengthy explanation about that, about like they're our friends and they are musicians, they are veterans or first responders, they're in this group. But that's such a long explanation that we just skip right over, like our musicians, like that just encompasses the group, friends, musicians, artists, all of it. So that's our shortcut.
Yeah, I like it.
Awesome.
So John and his group, I'd like to hope his group is part of our catalog now. And for those who don't know, and this might be a surprise for John, we do also bringing in the beginning of our show was WP3 Radio, which is all veterans and first responder radio. Scotty has been working on that with us and doing some revamping. We're going to make sure that it's a little bit cleaner, a little bit crisper, and a little bit mission driven. And so if you get the chance, our family, I'm going to say it, hell to the yes, Brother Derek. Hell yeah. I get so excited. But John's new to our catalog, but we're going to do a commercial real quick. This Tuesday, and I'll try and do this without getting like extremely worked up, but this Tuesday is our Giving Tuesday. And if you've got a free moment that night, and John, if you want to drop in, we'll make sure you have the links and everything. This is cool stuff. This is our veterans and first responder, our brothers and sisters have come and said, let's do this. And we right now have 9, actually we do have 10 of the greatest first responder and veteran musicians from all over the country coming here one spot, one time, Tuesday night from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. We've got, and we're not going to stop at 8. If we're jamming and things are going awesome, but we got Elliot McKenzie, we got Tony Turner, we got Jen Ford, we got Johnny Cole Murdoch, we got Chris Moreau, Chris Turner, the Kim Donette Band, Scotty Hastings, Stella Gonzalez. Deanna Wheeler said if she's not busy cutting her video for in Vegas, she said she'll be glad to come on. But come check it out. It's our thank you for everything that you all have done. John, do you know any of those names?
Yeah, I know Jen quite well.
Okay. Yeah. Jen,
I think everybody knows Jen.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
I met her like 3 or 4 years ago at South by Southwest.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, we did a show together, showcase there, and it was also like a whole veteran event. Like everybody who played that night either has a veteran in the band or is a veteran. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was cool.
And we're growing really strong in that area. And so, again, if you're free on Tuesday, John, I can get you the links, and you're welcome to stop in, and I'll make sure we have our stuff up for you and stuff. And if you want to bring your band, we do have one band. Kim Donette's from your area down there in Texas too.
Oh, really? Where at? Yeah.
I don't know the exact. Thank you. Jeez.
We do know, just not off the top of our head. Shoot. I'll look it up. Go ahead, Peterson.
Okay. Oh, I was going to say what's in the news, and I was going to do the quick.
Oh, I can talk about the news. That's all good.
What's happening?
Hey, what is going on? So, we're coming to a close to the end, the month of November, where we celebrate military families with Military Family Appreciation Month, just when we honor and recognize those who, get to and have to live with their veterans and their active duty military personnel. But we like to recognize those unique sacrifices and those challenges that those families do deal with on a daily, hourly, monthly basis, yearly basis in support of their loved ones in uniform. And so a shout out to all of you military families. Sometimes even the memories that we just kind of keep close to us as well. And then, of course, on Tuesday, November 30th, Mark may have brought up our Giving Tuesday get together. So join us 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time. That's on Central Time, and there is really no deadline. And we might even start early. It happens. So we'll go with 6 to 8 as the main time. I honestly can't wait. I haven't even seen BJ except for a message here and there. So I'm super excited that BJ will probably pop in, and I know Dom's going to stop in and watch. They're going to support us. But Jen will be there, and all of our other musicians that I just can't wait. December 1st, then, the next day, is Civil Air Patrol. So the USAF Auxiliary birthday. They were formed during World War II. In 1936, they served as official volunteer civilian auxiliary of the Air Force, and this has been under a couple different names as well. But it consists now of cadets ages 12 to 20 years old and senior members who are 18 and older. To date, the Civil Air Patrol is America's premier public service organization for carrying out emergency services and disaster relief missions nationwide. 60,000 members selflessly devote their time, energy, and expertise toward the well-being of their communities while also providing aviation and related fields through aerospace education and helping shape future leaders through their cadet program. Awesome. Happy birthday on Wednesday to that group. And that's, there we have it for the week.
Yeah. Well, so Internet says, the band says that they're from Shreveport, Louisiana, which is not not true. Her check-ins, not that I'm stalking her or anything,
You are.
from Longview, Texas. So,
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
I know it's Texas area. So,
Yeah.
the area, Texas area. It's not like that little dot on the map down south, you know.
Yeah, it takes me just as long to get to Nashville as it does to get to Lubbock. It's crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a big. I know. I was just saying. I think I'm gonna drive. I wanna. My wanderlust has gotten me, and it's getting chilly up here. And with Christmas on a Saturday, I don't have to be back home till New Year's. Technically, I might just get in the Jeep, Scotty, and drive south. Just drive, and I could. I just. And everyone's like, "Yeah, Texas is." I've driven to. Well, we're in Minnesota. I don't know if you guys know, but we're in Minnesota, and I've driven twice to Padre Island. South Padre, and I don't mind the drive once I get there. It's the drive home that's a little more rough, but I probably wouldn't make it that far. This drive, I have people along the way that I'd like to stop and see. So right now, I'm kind of contemplating that little. There's nobody who really has volunteered to go with me. They have jobs and stuff, and
responsibilities.
I know, pets to take care of.
All those kind of things.
Oh, my husband may have mentioned if I do go, I have to take at least one of the dogs, which that doesn't hurt my feelings. It just makes my trip a little more difficult. But I could do it. I'll leave them at Scotty's house. They'll get along great.
I've only got 3 already. So.
Right. And we got to get halfway to Texas with him then and halfway home again. I do have some family in northern Texas that my flower girl lives in Dumas, Amarillo area. I'm not 100% sure. So
Adam Jones wants you to stop by Georgia while you're out.
It's nice and warm there too. I know.
Look on over to Georgia.
Just a little jog. Just a little jog over.
I might have to actually just price out one-way flights from here to here to here to here. Could do it. I could do it. But yeah, I get the Texas is big thing. It's huge. Driving is not like I'm just going to go there today. It's like I have to go there. It's a trip.
We have James Havis here, veteranpreneur, the guy that can set up your business and get you ready and rolling in 90 days. Mr. Havis, tell us your mission. Tell us what you're getting done and what you're going to do.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on, Mark and Andrea. Nice to meet you, John and Scott. Give you a little background. When I was in the Navy, I had this great job, and then I get hurt and I'm out all of a sudden, and I don't have the great job any longer. I'm trying to figure out what do I do next, and it led me into the tech world, and I spent a good bit of time there. But I transitioned into flying a few years after getting into the tech world, and I've always enjoyed flying. It's been really great, but in 2019, I really needed a break because I was gone so much. And I'd been watching all these YouTube videos, which YouTube, can get you in a lot of trouble because you can spend your life on YouTube, right? And so I know the choir, I'm preaching to the choir probably, but we all like YouTube for some reason or for one reason or another. And I watched this guy build a marketing company out in 30 days with his YouTube videos. And I was like, hey, I could do that. I got a tech background. But I didn't know the software, and I couldn't sell a heated blanket to an Eskimo, and I just couldn't. I was not a salesman. I didn't know had any idea what I was doing. But I was gone 25 days a month from my family, and I said, I've got to figure out something. I need a break. I want to be home. I love being a dad and being a husband, but I wasn't home to do it, and it made me really miserable, honestly. And so in 2019, I decided to take a break from flying. In September of that year, I started a digital marketing company and didn't know what I was doing, honestly. Didn't have a clue. I just kept watching YouTube videos, learning, and found somebody that could mentor me a little bit. And a friend of mine introduced me to this lady who became my first client. And when she handed me a paycheck to build out a marketing program for her business, I'm like, oh, wow. I actually got paid. Now I got to produce. And so I went back to YouTube again. I figured it out. And 3 weeks later, I had her sales funnel. And 90 days later, she had 4x her business. And for her small little business, That was a gigantic leap where she had to go and hire new employees. And then we get into 2020 and COVID happens. And, I believe, honestly, I trust God with all my heart and everything I do. I believe that God set me up for the success I had during COVID, because I had plenty of business, because the world went from both bricks and mortars and online to doing almost 100% online. And everybody needed a digital marketer in their camp to help them with their business. And I got busier than I can ever imagine during COVID. And honestly, our family was really blessed during that time. I cannot even begin to tell you how great it was. But at the same time, I began to see other things going on, because I was going fly fishing with a lot of vets, a lot of folks that I knew really well. And they kept talking about, hey, I need to do something else because I'm making $50,000 a year, and I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to keep my benefits. I'm afraid of this. And a lot of people were living in fear and just didn't know what to do. And so the year goes on, we get into 2021, and we get into March, and I start having conversations with other veterans. Hey, I'm really scared about losing my benefits now. I'm like, well, what does that mean? Well, I think they're going to start pulling our benefits. I'm like, what are you talking about? And sure enough, I keep running into vets in June and July. They're getting letters these are veterans that have like 70, 80, and 90% disability, that they're getting knocked back 45%. And I'm like, how is this happening? And then sure enough, 8 weeks ago or 6 weeks ago now, I get my letter saying, you have 24 hours to submit all this documentation. And if you don't get all this documentation done, and I'm pretty techie, so I kind of had a leg up, and I had to do it all on my phone. I couldn't do it on a laptop. I couldn't do it on an iPad. I couldn't do it on a regular computer. I had to do it all on my phone. So I figured it out in about 8 hours. I stayed up most of the night doing it, honestly, because I found out about 8 o'clock I had to get all this stuff done in 24 hours. So I stayed up most of the night getting this done. And this kind of led me back to where I am today, is that I feel a call in my heart to help other veterans do what I did, and do it in 90 days, start up from scratch and start a marketing business, and go out and serve a local community, go out and serve other veterans, go out and serve the local restaurants that are trying to get more customers in their door, and they don't have an idea of how to be a digital marketer. I figured it out. It took me about 6 months to kind of put all the puzzle pieces together and create. It's not a masterpiece, but it's a functioning business that pays me every month. And what I've launched now is a program that helps veterans start a business, and they create, they launch, and they scale it in 90 days. So that's my program. But what I've also done, and I haven't told anybody about this prior to coming on, but at militarytomarketerchallenge.com, if you go there, you'll see a free challenge that I'm doing this week, starting on Tuesday through Friday. And I'm going to take you through every step that you need in those 4 days to launch an online business. And it's free. I don't charge anything for it. I just want to serve veterans and first responders that are maybe watching this. And even if they come on here late and the challenge is done, they'll be able to go in there to get logged in, go to the Facebook page and watch all the videos and launch a business just with that. I'm going to give them everything they need. And so it's called militarytomarketerchallenge.com. There's a place you just go in there, sign up. Does it cost you a dime? I'm going to be on there Tuesday. I'm going to probably go live 3 times on Tuesday, probably twice to 3 times on Wednesday. I know twice on Thursday, and probably 3 times on Friday. And I'm going to help whoever's on during that time. I'm going to help them launch a business, a digital marketing business from scratch. And you can be as bad at technology as a client I once had. I got to this lady's, what was supposed to be her office. She actually officed out of her home. She was a physician, and she's up in the mountains in the Sierra Nevadas. And when I walked into her house, she had piles and piles of medical records that were almost to the ceiling. And my tech guys had already sent her a computer and had it already set up. And when we got to her office and we went in, I sat down at her computer because I was going to get everything going, and I couldn't find her mouse. And I said, hey doc, where's the mouse at? She goes, we don't have any mice in my house. And I was like, no, there's a mouse that's how you manipulate the screen. She goes, no, we don't have any mouse. She goes, I've got this thing on the floor. And I looked down there and she had the mouse on the floor and she was manipulating it like a foot pedal. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. But I showed her in 3 days how to run her business and to change her medical practice from being just paper only to electronics. And so if I can teach her, I can teach anybody how to use technology that we have today, which is really, really super simple. And a lot of the stuff is already built for you. You just got to take it and make it your own. And in the world that I live in and building these sales funnels, we call it funnel hacking. So we go and we model something, just like we're modeling a radio show or a TV show right now. We're modeling something that's already been done. And so I just go in there and I model that, and I teach the vets and my clients how to just model what I'm doing. It's not reinventing the wheel. You can go and reinvent the wheel and take a year to do it, but I'm going to teach you in 4 days in the challenge how to reinvent your wheel that you might be on, that maybe you don't have an income right now. This is perfect. You don't have to have any money down. You don't have to have anything. You can start from scratch right here, and I'll show you how to find clients for free on Facebook. You would be surprised. You'll be able to take an electronic straw and suck all the clients off of Facebook that you want and put them into your orbit. And that's what I do every day. I go in, I extract the clients that I want to work with. I pull them off of Facebook, and without paying a dime for it, honestly. And so that's a little bit about what I do. My heart is to help veterans because this other part of me kept seeing this revolving door. And as a veteran, if you've been to the VA, you know that you've probably talked to one person that was in Korea, one person that was in Vietnam, the first Gulf War, the second Gulf War. And if you've talked to them, you realize that this is a bureaucracy has a winding deal. They're trying to pull more of us in to help work at the VA. And I understand that, and I appreciate that. But I think that there's more for us, because here's the deal. If I make $60,000 a year and I take care of my family, I probably don't have enough extra money to help somebody else. But if I make $160,000 a year because I have my own business, I can go and sow into other veterans that might not be at the same position I am, or first responders that might be having trouble, or some family that loses their house to a fire, or something happens during the pandemic and they lose their job. I can go and sow into them. And that's what all I'm doing, is trying to create a environment as veterans, for us to continue to work as a family. I served, as probably all of you did, with other branches. I went to school at an Army base, and the school was run by the Air Force, and we had civilian teachers. So there's a good menagerie there when you get together. And so I just want to serve veterans. I don't care where you come from, what you did in the military, where you are today. I just want to help you move to the next level. And if that's having your own business, and by the way, having your own business has a lot of great benefits, especially when it comes to taxes, especially when it comes to making extra money. My wife's had a great W-2 job for many, many years. She's about to retire so she can become an entrepreneur again. And so I'm looking forward to that. Being an entrepreneur allows you to, not have a schedule where you can take off at Christmas and go and do whatever you want to do. We just took off for a couple of days during the middle of Thanksgiving because I didn't have a boss to answer to. We're going to do the same thing at Christmas. We're going to take off. And so that's what I'm inviting other veterans to come and check out in the Military to Marketer Challenge. Come and check out the life that I live. I'm no one special. I don't make multiple seven figures, and I don't need to, but I take care of my family. I'm able to give to others, and I'm able to help others. And that's where my calling is to help others. And I've got some surprises inside that challenge that I won't share. You'll have to come to the challenge and check it out. It's really cool stuff. I'm also going to share some other stories that are inside the challenge that will help you understand why it doesn't matter who you are. I'm just a 52-year-old gray-headed guy that loves Jesus and loves veterans. And that's my story, Mark, and I'm sticking to it.
I love it. I love it. I got some questions down. We'll ask some questions here, but I'd like to bring John on real quick. That's a good intro to what you're doing in the entrepreneur world and the military to marketing challenge or marketer challenge, and we do have the web page up there. So we've had a couple comments come across, and Adam Jones, go get that, figure it out, brother. Maybe that's there's ways to make this happen, man. And I've just been. The word is actually overwhelmed by the conversation I've had with you, James. Just in the fact that it's probably a lot easier than people imagine, and it's hard for people to believe that. Yeah, and I could ramble here, but I got stuff. I got it written down. So here it is.
No.
Mr. Teague, tell us about you and you guys. Where you been? What you been doing? What you gonna? We've got 2 songs booted up for you.
Okay, yeah. We're from Southeast Texas, which is near the Beaumont area. Not sure if you guys know where that is, but it's east of Houston.
I grew up in Beaumont.
No, you didn't.
I did, buddy.
What? This is crazy how these things happen on this show.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
So where are you at now?
I'm in New Braunfels, Texas, but I grew up right outside of Orangefield, Texas, if you know where that is.
I know exactly where that is. Yeah,
that's a dot on the road.
Here's the
it
problem.
pretty much is. Orangefield's almost like this imaginary town. It's
What's that?
Not quite Orange, and it's not quite Bridge City.
Nope.
No one can agree where Orangefield starts and ends.
We're gonna have to change the name of our show to Just the Texas Story or something like that. Everyone that comes on here is from Texas, and I don't know why that is, but it's a good problem to have.
Hey man, Texans make the world go around, brother. That's how it is. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm from Southeast Texas, born and raised here, and joined the military back when I was 21 years old. I think or right before I turned 21. Spent my 21st birthday in basic training, and then I did 4 years, served 1 tour in Iraq, and came home, got married right before I left for Iraq, which was a questionable decision. It was really hard on me. But from that I grew, and, I matured really fast. You learn how to really trust and love somebody when you're gone for that long. And people always just think me and my wife make them sick because of all the PDA, but I'm always on the road. I'm touring, but because of that, we have this strength and trust that's always there. So I like to start my story with that, because honestly, I probably wouldn't be doing this kind of music and doing what I do and playing country music and be so focused on songwriting if I didn't have this foundation, this woman, this life that I have, So anyway, from there, I started this band back in 2016. And it really just started off just me and my brother. We're playing acoustic gigs in a hotel in a corner. And there's a couple Tex-Mex places. And we would play over there. And they just put it on the flyer. Teague brothers are going to be here. And then we put out a record, and the next thing you know, some of our buddies got us booked at New Braunfels. And I was like, dang, okay, this is crazy, we're getting out of Beaumont. And that's not easy to do. Beaumont's a black hole, man, especially for musicians. If you're not, it's not easy being an original songwriter in Beaumont. They rather hear the covers and yell at you to play George Strait all night and that kind of thing. And that just wasn't my deal. So I had to get out of Beaumont. It was kind of like a necessity. So, and it's funny how, through necessity, things tend to change. You change the world around you, the landscape, if you want it bad enough. So that's what I did, man. We went and recorded a really awesome record called Harvest Day. I think you're going to play one of the songs from that here, Fingers and Thumbs, later. And the producer from Sugarland at Edgewater Studios, he took us and showed us what he could do with us. Of course, we didn't believe him. We're like, whatever. Hopefully it's good. In fact, my brother didn't even give it a chance. He left the band just as the record came out to pursue a job in tech. So even though it's Teague Brothers Band, I'm really the only Teague left in the band. So everyone else, though, are people that I've been playing with for years. And so all that being said, same thing. The record came out late 2019. By March, we had a booking agency who was interested from Nashville. And March 13th, the Houston Livestock Rodeo was canceled. And so were 67 more gigs throughout the year. So it was a challenge to keep on putting out content and maintain some momentum that we had in just a short amount of time. But this year, however, we did 100 shows this year, and same thing, the same agencies involved and pushing us right along. We've gone through a couple management changes, and we've got a touring rig, and now we're on our way. Our Spotify's blown up. Spotify, the company, has really bought into us, so that really helped us a lot, helped catapult us. And then we've had we've had 4 successful radio singles. All of them were top 40. 3 of them were top 30, and 2 of them were top 5 for months on end. So just all that, I really just leaned into it, just focused on writing my own songs and having a good time and not really caring what anybody thought. Just pretty honest about it and vulnerable in my songwriting. And that's what I do. And I use my experiences. I don't ever say, hey, I was in Iraq. I don't use obvious things, but I try to relate to whoever my listener might be, But yeah, that's kind of my backstory and where I came from, what I'm doing right now, what I'm focused on right now. Yeah.
That is awesome. What a great story that leads into the music world.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like Mark has fingers and thumbs.
Yeah, so that wasn't one of the ones we originally talked about, which is all right, because you brought it up. We have the capability of pulling them up right away, and so why don't we go with Fingers and Thumbs, Teague Brothers Band?
Yeah.
Where is that old lighthouse? I fell in love with your brightness, and I used to see you, a beacon so bright and full of my dreams. And now the day is night and the nights are foggy. I hadn't found a damn thing in weeks. And worked this hard and all my life to say when you work hard futures are bright, but they lied. They hadn't tried. Here I am doing what's right, but I don't see shit, I just feel it. And brother, it's heavy. They think I own everything that I own. I guess I'll start selling my fingers and thumbs, but I can't. They're too damn steady to not maintain, and it's a damn shame, 'cause they'll tell you a story, but not one of glory. I'm not sorry about a damn thing. It was a good swing, 'cause they believed in me. I'm here. I let people take advantage of me. That's hard to say the least. But let's be honest, I need to be stronger, or I can't any longer. And I think it's time to say no for words. And I think it's time to do something for myself. But they think I own everything that I own. I guess I'll start not wanting glory. I'm not sorry about a damn thing. It was a good swing, 'cause they believed in me. I'm here. Oh, baby, I'm here. Two, three, four. They think I own everything that I own. I guess I'll start selling my fingers and thumbs, but I can't. They're too damn stained and not maintained, and it's a damn shame, 'cause they'll tell you a story, but not one of glory. I'm not sorry about a damn thing. It was a good swing, 'cause they believed in me. I'm here. Oh, baby, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Oh, darling, I'm here.
I'm
Cool.
pretty sure. Do we still got background noise? Pretty sure that all the answers to life were in that video right there.
Let me tell you, man. Yeah.
Look at Tammy just put, it comes from the heart, straight from the heart. That's,
Thank you.
wow.
I wish. How can we put the brakes on to this world to say, hey, no, I know we have to live in the technology world and everything. I know, I get it. But put the brakes on, man. Go smell the grass, smell the popcorn, hit the
Right.
ball around a little bit. It's too easy. And you
Yeah.
know what? It's kind of a reflection about what we do with the People's Patriot Project. I mean, to be honest with you, we just want to enjoy each other for a minute. If we get more than a minute, it's better. But
Sure.
great song. I got a message. Mr. Havis had I don't want to divulge too much. He had to leave. So we hope everything's all right with him and what he's dealing with and has to deal with at this moment. So that's okay. We have had several times when we've been in the middle of a show and needed to answer to a veteran or a first responder in need, and we're not stopping today either. So it's good. We can continue our conversation with John. We can see what Scotty's been up to.
Just really spending time with the family and enjoying this great time of year that we're coming into.
Oh, the seasons. I am guilty of, I watched Christmas Vacation, and I'm sorry, when he plugs the lights in and the whole house lights up and everyone's faces and everyone runs out of the house and the rest of the city is in darkness, but it's okay because they're happy in the moment.
That's all that matters. Forget all the craziness, forget everything that's going on in the world around you. And
Cousin
just
Eddie's
focus
right
on
there.
what is there with you.
Cousin Eddie in his bathrobe and his boots.
The in-laws are all happy to be there and enjoying every part of life. And yeah, it's good. It's good.
No, it is good stuff.
No doubt. It can be tumultuous right now politically, and it's in world, happenings, everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, for some reason, like no one brought up anything. It was just really delightful.
Very nice.
To just eat pumpkin pie and
Mm-hmm.
wonder about, what's going on at their place and stuff, and not necessarily be interrupted by the political stuff, even though I feel like we shouldn't be blind or deaf to what's going on, but it sure made for a nice holiday. Yeah.
Well,
that is nice.
It's a piece that I teach my students. Just know both sides. If you know both sides, then you get to make a decision for yourself. Don't take what one person tells you as the gospel and walk around saying that's the gospel. Go learn both sides. And if you haven't walked in the shoes of both sides, then you really don't know what's going on. And so,
Yeah, that's so true.
yeah, I'm going to bring up a real solid political issue. We've never done this before.
Oh
I'm going
boy.
to bring it up right
Oh.
now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Tell me about pecan pie. I don't get pecan pie.
Pecan
I love
pie.
Are you peeing in a can? Is a pecan?
Pecan.
It's
Pecans.
pecan down here.
You're used to little. I swear I just asked some Texans, or maybe it was the Georgians. They're like, it's pecan. I'm like, well, that seems weird. I say pecan, but that's funny.
Peas in a can pie.
Pea in a can pie.
Are you a pecan pie eater, John? Are you a pecan pie guy?
Yes,
That's
I will eat
that's jam, huh?
a whole pecan.
I
this year I stayed away from it.
I swear
What?
I have one in my fridge the size of a small hot tub. I'll send it to you because I can't stand the stuff and I don't know why.
What is wrong with you? Peterson, like the pickiest, fussiest eater I've ever known, doesn't like pecan pie.
Am I really the pickiest, fussiest eater? I eat everything, clearly.
Did you eat your own food without critiquing it this year?
You know that can't happen. Scotty,
Yeah,
are you a pecan pie eater?
Yes and no. I hate the crust of pie. I'll eat the filling.
Okay. Isn't that just like awfully sweet for you? What is the gel stuff in there? What is that?
It's like
I don't know. All I know is my grandma puts it in there and I eat it. Okay.
It's pecan pie filling. Don't question it.
Yeah.
As like,
Not supposed to know what's in it because it's not good for you.
You're right.
Andrea, are you a pecan pie eater?
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna. Here's a little insight to the pecan pie in my house. I ordered pie from Baker Square because I always have loved their pie, and I've tried to make pecan pie, and it's just not right. But my mom also had, so I had two. My mom had two. Pumpkin pie was a little bit off to the side this year, but man, I had leftover pecan pie warmed up with a scoop of vanilla bean ice cream yesterday. Little caramel on the top.
Oh my God.
I know. I think that's going to be dinner tonight. I'm done.
I had deer chili. I was just making a social media post right before we came on.
Deer chili?
Yeah, we killed a deer. My wife shot 3 deer last week. Right before Thanksgiving, we went hunting in Arkansas. And so I'm super proud of her because, last year she kind of chickened out a little bit right before she shot. This year she smoked 3 of them.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I was pumped. Nice. So yeah, we're enjoying some awesome chili right now.
That's
one of my favorite
awesome.
recipes. Yeah, no doubt.
Wants to have
no
pumpkin
pie
instead.
That'd go good with it. Some people
I can send it down. I swear I can. I'll send it down.
Pumpkin pie. No, I gotta bring it. I just made venison stew yesterday.
Yeah.
My people did not get a deer this year, but a friend called and was like, "Hey, do you still want a doe if I get one?" And Dave was like, "Yeah, I'll take one if you get one." Great, I'll be there in 15 minutes. I got one for you, he says. At this last minute, and we got people in town, and we live in town. It sat hanging from the tree in our front yard.
Oh, God.
Oh, hell yeah. For 3.5 days. Yeah, we might have neighbors that are very animal aware. And I've got dogs in the house so they couldn't go in the front yard. That's why the deer wasn't in the backyard. Yeah, but it's awesome venison stew. It's not necessarily my thing, but it's smelled the house up real good. And I checked to make sure the meat was nice and tender and turned out great.
Yeah, it's definitely a trick to it.
Oh, crap. Yeah, that's my daughter-in-law named her Misty.
Look at that.
They got some pretty mouse down there in Hastings.
Oh, boy. Yeah. One of the neighbors called and she's like, will that bring the coyote into town? I'm like, yes, we can bring the coyotes into town.
It'll also bring the bears too.
Her concern was she didn't want That thing drug into her new concrete driveway and leaving bloodstains. I'm like, sorry.
Should
Sorry.
punk her in the lip and say, leave a blood stain. No, that's
No,
violence. Stop talking
no.
like that, Mark. I just made some deer chili this last week too. So yeah,
This is the week for it. It's like that for us down here. It just starts getting cold like this week. You know.
what was your favorite dish for Thanksgiving, John?
Man, I fry turkeys every year, and it's the only time I ever fry anything ever. And I've got it down, just pat, since I've been doing it for the last, I don't know, 9-10 years or so. And man, that's my favorite thing was eating that fried turkey. I eat it before anyone else. I get it like a little chunk. I'm like, it just popping. It's hot and still juicy from all the injection. Yeah,
There you
man,
go.
that's my jam right there. That and the wife makes some candy yams, man, that are just blow you away. Basically, everyone goes to a coma right after we eat. So, yeah, and that's pretty much the rest of the day. Just everyone's just trying to wake up.
Michael Ledford, happy Thanksgiving, brother. Good to see you here.
Yeah.
Eric O is out there. Andrea, you see him?
He's watching. I saw him. I see you, Eric.
Oh, she's a stalker.
No, it
Scotty, what
popped
was
up.
your favorite?
My favorite thing every year for Thanksgiving or Christmas is just the leftover turkey to make a turkey sandwich.
Oh,
Warm it up.
That
throw
is
it up in
bad.
bread.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Put some salt on there. Woo!
Dang. I
Seems
do
like the turkey's
that.
always better the second day.
Miss Eichmann.
That's a fact.
Besides for the pecan pie, I am a ham and potato lover.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. We do turkey and ham always on Thanksgiving. And yeah.
Potatoes and ham. Is it all right? Is it glazed? Is it like nice and
Not
sweet?
this year. No, not this year. It was just a big old thick chunk of ham from the store.
Oh, nice.
Just heat it up. Yeah.
Carve it yourself. All of ours are pre-cooked and pre-carved. At least at
Yeah.
Walmart. So we just heat it up, put the glaze on there, and when I'm frying turkey, it's secondary. So.
They're so easy though. They're so easy.
That thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is true. I mean, it's a home run. Can't mess it up.
I did a deconstructed turducken this year.
Okay. Oh, you got to explain that.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know
world.
this. I don't know if you know, but turducken is like literally a deboned turkey, a layer of stuffing, a deboned duck, a layer of stuffing, a deboned chicken, a layer of stuffing, and then you sew the turkey up, and it's just one gigantic, huge turkey loaf of amazingness. Well, I smoke my turkeys. I do a 3-day honey wine brine on my turkeys, and they're like crack cocaine. Me and my son can eat one turkey at a sitting. So it's
my God, how many you do?
It's pretty bad. But so I decided just for fun, I would just make all the turkey, chicken, and duck, smoke them all together. They were amazing. We had some smoked oysters. We had some smoked brie. I like my stuff smoked, and it was just good chow. And I've been creating a list of items I've created since Thanksgiving Day. So I've had turkey nachos. I've had smoked turkey breakfast sandwich. I've had a turkey sandwich. And the list, well, got to have some smoked turkey tetrazzini. We'll bake that. And we'll just
I could see an Alfredo or something too, like peanut pasta.
Yeah. It'll be good. Turkey nachos will be a gigantic. So I did 2 turkeys, a chicken, and a duck, just so there's some leftovers. And
I will take my turkey quesadillas to town with you on those turkey nachos. That's quesadillas.
Let's make some turkey quesadillas. And if there's any listeners out there, tell us, what is your post Thanksgiving go to We should create the WP3 turkey
Leftover.
what do you call it? Cookbook. Leftover cookbook.
Yeah.
If
If that happens, I need a copy of that. Yeah.
That'd
for
be-
sure. Sure.
I do have to say, Scotty, what you talked about, Ray Kane had a picture of his leftover sandwich, and he had like cranberry jelly, and then the turkey, and then some stuffing and other stuff. Oh my gosh, I lied. My favorite is we do like a corn casserole, and it's amazing. It's just easy. It's corn, and then so I usually use saltines in it, and an egg. But my brother-in-law uses cornbread mix in it. Either way, so good.
Well, this is a hot topic thing. Cranberry sauce or no?
Yes,
I hate cranberry sauce.
I love it in a can. Slice
It's
it.
got to have the canned ribs and everything.
Yeah.
If I do it, it's got to be made from scratch. It's got to have
Correct.
some clumps. And it's-
Again, welcome to the Peterson
I
world.
can't have any botulism already in it or anything.
What's that?
You get that one last dented can that's been under the shelf at Walmart for like 3 years.
Or in your cupboard because nobody else wants it. Yeah. Mhm.
I love it. John, what song you want to do next? I got Coyote and I've got
I Found Trouble.
I Found Trouble. What do you want to go
Yeah,
with?
I'd really like to for everybody to hear I Found Trouble. That's a single we just released a couple weeks ago. And we recorded it in Lubbock, Texas. That's why I know how long it takes to get there.
Lubbock.
Yeah. From Winnie, it's like a 12-hour drive. But the producer is a guy named Scott Ferris with the Amusement Park Studios. He did all the Flatland Cavalry's last 2.5 records. He didn't do this record they just released, but he did all of them up until this one. And that's what turned me on to him. Anyway, super proud. We got a whole 10-song record, full-length record coming out next year. So this is the first song off of that record. It's the second full-length record we've had since 2019. So it's been a good almost 3 years since we put a full-length record out. We did do an EP and a series of singles, but anyway, so yeah, we're excited about it. And I Found Trouble is just a dance tune to kind of kick it all off,
Oh, very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we got the Teague brothers with I Found Trouble.
And I'm a clown, not sure how and not sure why you flirting with the living dead. I'm a 5 a.m. workday, money comes someday. I'm just gonna slow you down, but I'll do things to change your mind. Skip, jump, and bounce off a fumble. I'm telling you, I'll be better this time. I found you, I found trouble. Your daddy said I'm poor. College ain't cheap and he seems pissed. I got the girl, he got the bills, and some say things don't last anymore. I say
That was awesome.
They'll put
Thanks.
the boogie woogie in you, man.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
It was funny. Thank you, John, for coming on. We kind of I started talking to John on Tuesday, and we had some people had to cancel because of the holidays, and I get it. Stuff changes, and we never throw our guests under the bus for any reason. I wasn't confident that John was like, hey, what have I got myself into kind of thing. And I was like, hey, trust me. We'll take good care of you.
He didn't even know you. That's good.
Says the creeper from, down at the mall.
I did
real good care of you.
I did my homework.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm just a busy dude. It's sometimes it might come off as like I'm like, but really I'm like dealing with a lot. I'm on the road. I'm either on the road. I'm working. This week I was at the deer lease until Wednesday. So like when I got your message, I think I was at the deer lease.
Okay.
I say the deer lease is property up in Arkansas. That I'm just so used to calling it that, but really it's family property. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, it's been a crazy week all week, and until today, I was like, oh, that's right, I got to do this today. So.
He didn't try to bribe you with any candy and puppies, did you?
Yeah.
Both, actually both. And I'm going to send him my address to send both in the mail.
Just the last four of your social security. Just the last four. We'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Pecan pie, man. That's what I'll get you. No, thank you so much for coming on. And now we got our claws in you, so you know how this works and how easy this is. And hopefully, you're going to have to get a hug along the way, dude. That's what happens.
All right.
And,
we'll figure it out.
We've been begged to come down this next year, the Country Music Awards in Dallas. No, Fort Worth.
Fort Worth.
And Jen Ford has invited us down there for that. And again, we've just got a bunch of dudes we'd love for you to connect with. BJ Leggett, Dom Kurz, all from that area. And it's family. It really is family. And it is a piece of something we're trying to grow. We want to make sure our guys and gals are taken care of, and we want to make sure we're taking care of you. So, we have a fully licensed and promotional royalty paying radio station. We want to make sure we're getting you some spins. We'll get you up on there and get you taken care of.
Yeah, right on.
I'm just happy to have you here.
Yeah, glad to be here. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Brian Gibson's got some good news coming from Fob Rush down in Illinois. Good news. Keep rolling down there, brother. Again, Adam Jones with Feed the Heroes Foundation. Thanks for stepping in.
I'm so excited. So excited that Adam was here because they've been so busy this weekend. Oh my gosh. Adam, thanks for taking time to stop in. That's awesome.
And again, if you know other organizations that are out there with boots on the ground, we're going to do another circle with Mr. Havis and we'll get him on making sure, but make sure you get out there to, and I don't have those notes in front of me right now because it kind of came at the
military to marketer challenge.com.
Thank you. Yes.
Military to marketer challenge.com. Yep.
If you're looking for something different, and it was weird, I call it the 2020-2022 season. I don't like to even mention the name of the junk that we're dealing with, and I know it's real. Take care of yourself and yours. The other side of this is, before this all started, you needed to have brick and mortar to have a business in a lot of places. And I think it's very relevant that you don't need brick and mortar now. And that one of the questions I was going to ask him is give me 3 examples of what type of funnel businesses you've created so we can get some seeds planted into the heads of our veterans and first responders so they can understand what exactly, what can I do? What is an idea? He talked about a medical service provider earlier, and I don't think that's out of my wheelhouse. I mean, I can do some good fixings, but you don't want me to be doing any of that stuff for sure. But
whenever I got back from the military, I probably worked for about 3 years before I just was like, you know what, I'm a vet and I don't really agree with some of the principles that the business owners that I was working for had. and I had a really good mentor, and I started my own company. And
good.
so I did. I had a construction company all the way up until the end of COVID. Toward the end of 2020, I sold it, and then went to work for the company I sold it for. But basically, we build metal buildings and things like that. And I got really good at reading engineering plans and all that. Veterans are an interesting group of people because they're usually not afraid to do something. They're willing to jump in, just like what his name, Mr. Havis or whatever. Just like him, you just kind of make a decision that one day I'm not happy with something, and you have the ability, or you realize you have the ability to do it. Same thing I do with music. It's how I live my life. It's like, I can do this. Why aren't I doing it? Just kind of take a first principles approach of it. And if you can do it, do it. If not, it's an opportunity that you missed, and you have to live with that. And that's it. That's just kind of how I do everything. And my wife thinks I'm nuts, but
No, I love it. I love how you said that.
Yeah.
I caught it in your song because you said, I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm going to do it. That first song, that was what I caught from that.
Yes, ma'am.
Another thing about veterans and first responders, their focus is on mission completion. You don't do a job half-ass. You just go get the job done.
Yeah.
And
you learn how to finish things and how satisfying that is. And there's something to be said about that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I was talking earlier, and we're over time, but it's our show, so we get to do what we want to do. So Andrea asked me this question based on, because I've made these comments recently, and these comments are, my eyes were open during this season. And it wasn't just one day. It's just been like the last couple of weeks. And my eyes have just been, boom, how refreshing and awesome it is to have the network that we have. And I know that sounds very cliche, very non-specific, but literally we are covering from coast to coast, from border to border, across this country with boots on the ground organizations and our amazing air arsenal of musicians that are coming across and filling our ears and our hearts with their amazing craft. And I'm not the guy that needs accolades. I'm not the guy, and me and Adam Jones, actually, we message each other regularly and having conversations about being the front man. And I don't want to be the front man of the People's Patriot Project. Every face on the screen and every name that you saw in the network feed is the face of this organization. You don't want my face to be the face of this. I mean, Andrea's face, yes. My face, no. That's why we should call our debrief the Beauty and the Beast, because that's it's. But
is that why you have me doing the radio? Because I have a face for radio.
No, that's why we need you, and I'm not here for sure. Maybe even when I am here, we need that part.
So I had a brother reach out to me, and he sent me the song, Aaron Lewis, Am I the Only One? Mm-hmm. Great song. And the way Aaron Lewis put the song together is a great way that he put together, because it's a very patriotic video. And then I had another guy reach out to me this week, and he said, if anyone ever asked me who my red, white, and blue, that's you. And I'm going to tell you right now, both of these stabbed me in the heart in a way that I'm just like,
oh, this is why everything was vague, and I didn't understand your message, because Mark couldn't quite get it out, could he? I knew I was seeing it.
Shut that mouth. What is wrong with you?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the heart.
We're not the face of this thing. The face is
the people.
John's video of that kid out there playing baseball. That's our face, man. Mm-hmm. Our face is handing out turkeys. Our face is helping a first responder, law enforcement, get the foundation to his house that just burnt down, taken care of, and me running around hugging all these people from Texas and from Kansas and just enjoying. Stop for a minute, man. Get off your couch and get involved. That's what it is.
Yes.
Get off your couch and get involved. I know it hurts, and I also know we're not all broken. And if you need a place to plug in, check us out, thepeoplespatriotproject.org. And if you're in Texas, Kentucky, New York, California, it doesn't matter. We have 186 different organizations, 187 now with Mr. Havis, other organizations across this country, and we are going to defeat this nastiness. We got Brian Gibson down in Kentucky and Illinois with Fob Rush.
And
It's
I just
gonna
made
happen.
a Michigan connection. I didn't know anyone, but I just found a Michigan connection this week. It's awesome.
It's going to happen, people.
Yeah.
And again, I've just been so blessed. I've been so blessed by this podcast and the group that have come together to put it together, and just the amazing things. And I will tell you right now, it has changed lives because we've seen the correspondence, we've seen the letters, we've had the conversations. People have reached out to us on Instagram and on Facebook and on the Twitter McBack book. And and here's my crabby panties.
Oh boy.
And Facebook stopped me from posting this week. So
shit,
we
you're
haven't
saying
gotten all of, I'm sorry.
You said it right on their platform.
They blocked me for sending a message to myself.
What?
And they shut me down when I was trying to do our Giving Tuesday events. And so I apologize that we haven't been able to do all of our Giving Tuesday stuff that we want to do and get it out there. I do have a link. Guys, we can't do this without you. And I know that a lot of our listeners are with other organizations, and I can check off, and know that these people have supported and have been involved. And we're not talking about the pockets and the change in your pockets. We're talking about boots on the ground. We're talking about building relationships. We're talking about, yes, could we use some fiscal resources? We really could, but we're making it and we're doing it. And any realistic ask, because we've now just recently got an ask that wasn't so realistic, but we have never had to turn anyone away. And I don't want to get too deep into details on that one, but it's not important. If there is a realistic ask and if there is a realistic need, reach out to us.
I'm just laughing because our treasurer's fingers are twitching, ears are burning. I did not hear about this.
Don't worry, Scotty. My credit card's been paid off. Got it, buddy.
Oh, shoot. We'll figure it out. We're good.
Yep.
We're
Thank
good.
you, everyone, for being on. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Again, like I said, we can't do it without you. John, thank you so much for coming on and being with us tonight, giving us that time.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me. Seriously.
Anything in closing, Andrea?
I just, Mark said, can you just come join us on Tuesday? We've gotten better. We learned last year. We've got our musicians lined up, set up. Their music should be in by the end of the day tomorrow. And we'll just put on a big old thank you show for you guys. That there is a piece to it. It is Giving Tuesday. So we are asking for the give as well. But that's from your hearts for a couple Christmases for veteran and first responder families. And so join us. It's meant to be fun and enjoyable. So come on in.
Scotty, you got anything, brother?
Other than, like you said, if y'all ever need anything, we're here.
Michael Ledford, you're a beast, man. Thanks for being here. And all the other ones that showed up. Again, thank you so much for your time. And come check us out. We got our shows on, we got a special one this Tuesday. Giving Tuesday event, 6 to 8. Andrew just talked about it. We got our debrief on Fridays at 3:30. And then we'll be right back here again, doing it again at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. We got your 6 at 6, Patriot Playtime. And we're always streaming live it's not live. Let me rephrase that. We're always streaming on UP3 Radio, and
Oh, yeah.
that's gonna just keep getting bigger and better and better. And Patriot Pride.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, thank y'all for having me. Seriously. See you around.